New research in the FASEB journal shows that 44 middle-aged overweight men who ate 70 grams of dark chocolate a day for several weeks saw marked vascular benefits, including restored flexibility in their arteries and fewer white cells sticking to the walls of blood vessels.
We are constantly told about the need for eating healthy. It is drilled into our frontal lobes about making the right choices. This as the holidays bear down on us, and we are once again wailing and gnashing of teeth over something as simple as chocolate. Oh, the humanity of it all. Welcome to MidPoint, the founder and president of ConsumerLab.com, providing widely respected test results on health, wellness, and nutrition products, Dr. Tod Cooperman. Doctor, pleasure to see you.
Thanks for having me on.
This is horrible now. You're telling us that you cannot judge a chocolate by its wrapper, that it may not have exactly what we need for health benefits. Dr. Tod, please save America.
Well, it is true, unfortunately. Many people are eating dark chocolate for the reasons that you mentioned earlier, for memory improvement and cardiovascular benefits. And for the cardiovascular benefits, for example, you need about 200 milligrams per day of these cocoa flavonols. And you can get these flavonols from dark chocolate, from cocoa, from other things that are made from the cacao plant. But what Consumer Lab did is we went out and purchased many of these different products to really see what the flavonol level is in them, because potentially if one has more than another, you could get away with eating a lot less of one, than another. So we purchased 7 very popular brands of dark chocolates. We actually surveyed the people who come to Consumer Lab, asking them what brands they use, and that's how we chose these brands. And what we found was that there was a 4-fold difference in terms of the amount of flavonols. That is, if you want to get these 200 milligrams of flavonols per day, it would mean eating about 1.5 bars of the Hershey's 45% dark chocolate.
Okay, what's the problem with that? No, just kidding, just kidding.
Right. I mean, if you enjoy it and you don't mind the calories, that's fine. But you could also get away with eating just a couple of squares of like a baker's dark chocolate, or of like a more flavorful product like a Ghirardelli 72% bar, so that you're eating 4 times less with one than the other, and getting 4 times less in terms of calories as well.
So I got about 90 seconds left here. Can you tell us the brands you found that did not quite match up to the flavonol percentage as advertised?
I'd rather not get into that right now. It is in our report on ConsumerLab.com. But if the brands that I recommend that we at Consumer Lab like, we like the Ghirardelli 72%. That one really, price-wise, taste-wise, flavonol-wise, that was very good. And also, these were free of contaminants, which we did find in cocoa powders. That's in our reports as well. For fairly high levels of cadmium, a heavy metal, we found in a number of cocoa powders, which is now of growing concern internationally, actually, in terms of the cocoa powders. The chocolates, however, are fine. You can enjoy those. They don't have the contaminants.
But once again, it is like anything else. The consumer beware. Read what you're doing. Read what you're eating. Double check. Things may not be exactly as they say on the labels, right?
Yeah, you can't go by these percentage of cacao or cocoa on the labels. It can be very misleading.
Should we just say then that the best way to do this is, if you're going to eat dark chocolate, sit back, eat it, and don't worry too much about the percentages, because in the end that'll drive you crazy. Just enjoy the chocolate.
Yeah, or if you want to get more information at Consumer Lab, we do have it. And again, the Ghirardelli was a pretty good choice.
Well, we do want to point that out as well. I was just being facetious when it comes down to just eating the chocolate. We want to point out to everybody that the results of what we're talking about right here is at ConsumerLab.com. You'll learn a little bit more about their tests, more about the brands that they found, and a little bit more of exactly how much is missing when it comes down to a lot of these percentages as well. Don't ruin your holidays, everybody. Enjoy the chocolate one way or another. Dr. Tod Cooperman, thank you so much for being here again. It's ConsumerLab.com. If we don't talk before then, have a great holiday season.
You too. Thanks for having me on again.
Pleasure. When we come back, telling it like it is will not make some people happy when we discuss how race is something that needs to be discussed in America, but not necessarily in connection with 2 recent police shootings. That and so much more right here on MidPoint, where we question everything.